This podcast is designed exclusively for adults. Our content revolves around cannabis, and we want to stress that we strictly adhere to the legal guidelines governing its consumption. This podcast combines humor and education to explore various aspects of cannabis. Please be advised that the information shared on this podcast is not intended as professional advice, and we strongly recommend familiarizing yourself with the specific cannabis laws and regulations applicable in your jurisdiction. The hosts of Bong Rips and Video Games want to make it clear that we consume cannabis legally within the states of New Jersey and Delaware, where we record and produce our content. While we aim to create an open and enjoyable space for conversations about cannabis, we encourage you to responsibly and lawfully engage with this substance in your own location. By choosing to listen to this podcast, you acknowledge that the content is intended for adult audiences, and we assume no responsibility for any actions taken as a result of the information provided. Stay informed, stay responsible, and enjoy Bong Rips and Video Games responsibly.
Take a deep breath in.
And that's why we don't do that.
I was not playing.
Is anything? Well, the subjects are planned.
I just fucking choked on my saliva, you dick.
That's not my name. Okay.
Oh.
If you want to know who Dick,
from today forward, we'll dub it. We'll fucking dub it.
I do know a guy named Richard Dixon, so we call him Dick Dick.
Dick Dick.
Dick Dick.
Dick
That's
Dick.
cute.
How
That's
you guys
very
feeling,
cute.
man? You guys feeling all right today?
Stoned.
Yeah,
got a nice early
that.
start.
Listen, can I say something to our viewers?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. I'm being dead honest when I say this. But please, for the love of God, don't ever let us do that stoned of a Fallout review ever again.
Oh, that is coming out this week. And, yo, I don't know if it's like it makes us look bad or if it just makes us look like exactly what we are.
Listen, we did exactly what the viewers wanted to see. Like, they asked for it, so we did exactly that. If they ask for it again or more, we're gonna have to, comply with their request. They're the ones viewing. They kind of give us,
If that's what they want. And yeah, we got a little saucy.
Oh yeah, no, dude, that shit was
saucy. We were forgetting scenes
and everything. We were skipping over shit.
It was good though, but we got through it. We got through it.
Anything you guys do anything fun this week? I know for me, I didn't really do much. Did a bunch of content stuff. Was helping you out with that little thing that you're going to be doing soon, Gio. Actually, I have something that I want to talk to you about.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to have to make you change your mind again.
But
we'll talk about that later, and I'll tell you why.
Wonderful.
But yeah, I mean, while we're talking about Fallout real quick, I want to ask you something. There's a list that just came out from comicbook.com about Fallout game characters we'd like to see crossover into the series.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short list, so like we have Hancock, Nick Valentine, Paladin Dance, Yes Man, and the Mysterious Stranger.
Now, that one I could definitely tie into. I would love to see like some kind of Easter egg or some more references to the Mysterious Stranger.
Yeah.
That'd be
now,
really
is there specific characters that you would like to see that realistically you think that we may be able to see on Fallout?
realistically, I would say definitely Hancock, because I mean he
Definitely
is a
Hancock.
ghoul. You know, the only reason I wouldn't say anybody else like in that list is because I mean 4 takes place, years prior, so like
No,
I don't really know.
9 years.
It's
Yeah,
9
so
years
I don't
after.
really know who would survive within those 9 years. I know for a fact Hancock would most likely survive, but I don't know. I don't know who else. Dance, yeah,
Yeah, Dance is a little
definitely
weird.
not Preston. Fuck that guy. leave him in 4.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I would not want to see that dickhead. Maybe again references to things like the Minutemen, things like the Institute. I would be more than satisfied with shit like that. Like
Yeah,
that
I
would
want
really
to
get me going.
see. I want to see either Nate or Nora.
That'd be interesting.
I like to see Kate.
Kate,
Yeah.
like Diamond City Kate.
Yeah. like Raiders Kate. Yes, I would like to see Kate.
Wait, didn't you just say that you killed?
I also
mean,
would like to see
again-
Nick Valentine too.
I mean, again, we did get in this season a reference to Fallout 4 in a way where it was where they get their orders from, where the Brotherhood is getting their
Yeah,
orders
they get
from,
it
which
from
was
the
the
Commonwealth.
Commonwealth.
Yep.
So we kind of got a little bit of an inkling where
Yeah,
we could potentially see some people from 4 like in the
show.
series.
Yep.
Which
Well,
is pretty sick.
we already got that. We got Majun.
we
So-
don't.
Which
we're-
isn't confirmed, but damn it, it's very close.
It's
Damn it, it's
close.
very close, yo.
It's very close.
Very close.
What else we got in the news today? Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
He's coming to the
Marvel.
MCU, but he's not going to be Professor X like so many people want. Like myself, I would love to have seen him as Professor X, but it's not happening. Who do
Yeah.
you think he is going to play in the MCU?
Personally, just because of his demeanor and because of how the series or X-Men, the X-Men animated series has been currently going, I would love to see him as Nathaniel Essex, man.
I like that. I'd like to see him as Doom.
Doom?
At this point, yeah, I'd like to see him as Doom. Did
I
we
don't
cast
know.
Doom
Like
yet?
he would need to like push an accent for Doom. He's got to be Latverian. Like I really want Doom to be fucking Doom. Like really proud of his fucking country. Like that tyrannical
Esposito.
son of a bitch.
I bet Esposito could do it. I mean, look
He
at what
could,
he
yeah,
did.
no, well-
look at what he did. Well, he could do anything. He could do
Yes,
anything.
like
Yeah.
he could really
Yeah.
do anything. Like he's one of those actors.
It's incredible too, but I think he's gonna play. I mean, he was great in Star Wars, especially. Did you read the article
What?
that recently that he sabotaged his own? He sabotaged Disney by purposely putting a mustache on him during the filming of The Mandalorian or Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that they could speculate that it was a clone and that he did it on purpose without the permission of the producer.
Yeah, all right. That's clever as fuck.
Yeah,
That's clever as fuck, and it
Because
does
he
tie
knew-
into the story.
because he knew they were going to kill off his character, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Well, wait a minute, this is Star Wars. I'm gonna have a little fun with this," and he purposely, and they didn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, but no, Giancarlo Esposito, I could definitely see him play. I mean, the fact that he said sooner rather than later hints me to believe that he could definitely play one of the like main villains, like the main baddies coming up in the MCU.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
see him as a
fun.
good guy. I really don't see him as a superhero. I see him as a villain.
I do too.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
see
see him
that.
as a hero either.
Mhm.
Next in the news, we have Yakuza leader arrested for stealing Pokemon cards.
Oh God.
The report comes from police in the Tachikawa precinct of Tokyo, and not long ago, authorities announced the arrest of Kaida Saito, a lieutenant office within the Takanagawa family. The family is part of Japan's second biggest Yakuza syndicate, known as the Sumiyoshikai, and police arrested Saito over a break-in from 2022. But according to police, he allegedly broke into the home and stole 29 items, which included 25 valuable Pokemon cards, and they arrested Hidefumi Kuboshida in the connection with
shit.
the break-in. Yeah.
Bro, if we don't see Sanchez anymore after this episode. We know what
why.
fucking happened.
Yep.
This guy just name
Butchered
dropped.
the fuck.
He name dropped fucking one of the
Yakuza
biggest fucking like gangs in
In
the
Japan.
world on our fucking podcast right now. So if Sanchez is gone, we might find parts of him spread throughout New Jersey.
I swear to God, bro,
FYI.
if I wake up one morning and I find your foot in a box on my doorstep,
No,
I'm gonna be
dude.
upset.
I don't want to see a fucking ninja at all in Hudson County, or I'm gonna fucking flip shit, bro.
Next thing you know,
I'll
you're gonna
fucking
start.
cry.
You're gonna start seeing Yakuza members by Lucy's at the fucking at the
Oh
corner
my
store.
God, just looking over at my building.
Like, oh, so you know Clean Sanchez, huh?
Oh,
No,
you know,
no,
looking for
no,
you know the Rondai Sanchez.
no.
We're gonna fuck him up. Oh man, but yeah, that happened. Yep, it was apparently he was selling the cards secondhand for more than $200.
Can we leave these people alone?
All right, so next we have Borderlands. This is actually the second to last story we have.
Nice.
But the Borderlands poster came out. You could see it right
Yep.
here. It's showing
Beautiful. Beautiful.
magic.
Colors.
And
Colors.
it is a really cool poster. It is very colorful. Our boy Bobby Lee, he made the poster. He made the fucking poster, but man, everyone just looks so great. I didn't play a lot of Borderlands. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm the biggest Borderlands fan.
Same.
But I'll tell you that the game looks good. I mean, it looks fun. I hear so many people talk about
It's
how
so
fun
good,
it
bro.
is.
Definitely worth. Listen, if
Yeah.
you guys haven't played Borderlands yet, and you're looking for a quirky, whimsical RPG that still has some kind of like depth and story to it, get yourself some Borderlands in your life, guys. Like,
Yeah.
Borderlands is a really good game. Like, I played all three. I've beaten all three multiple times. I played with friends. It's a
Did you
very
play that
fun
fucking
RPG game. to
whatever's
play.
Wonderland or
Yeah,
somebody's Wonderland?
Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking awesome. I love that.
That I played. That
I
shit was
heard it
fun
was
as hell.
really good.
Yeah,
So
that shit was fun.
I mean, the cast itself, it has Kate Blanchett, Gina
Yep.
Gershon, Bobby Lee, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, Jack Black.
Jack Black
Benjamin
playing
Davis.
Claptrap. Claptrap.
Yeah. Who else do we have here?
Perfect role too.
I know, man.
There's a lot of great roles here. It's almost kind of perfect. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like when you think of these characters, I mean, Bobby Lee is playing a new character named Larry, which it just works. But you know, I'm such a huge Bobby Lee fan. I'm just so happy
I have
he's in it.
one gripe about the movie, just one,
What's that?
and that's Kevin Hart playing Roland. That's the
Now,
only
why?
thing that I have a gripe about.
Help me out here.
Well, if you play the game, you understand Roland is definitely not a fucking 5'0"
No,
individual at all.
no. Roland is actually a bigger guy. He's husky.
He's a brolic motherfucker.
Yeah, he's got some muscle to him.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, if they were to choose any type of that kind of comedian to play him,
Terry Crews.
yes, it would have been Terry Crews.
Terry fucking Crews.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Terry fucking Crews.
Yep, Terry Crews.
I knew it.
Terry Crews is great.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I agree.
Yep. But
Terry
that's my
fucking-
only gripe. Now, I will go watch the movie because I do love the whole cast. I love everyone that's in this movie, especially Jamie Lee Curtis. She's fucking hysterical to shit. So I'm excited to see her in her role. And I want to see Jack Black as Claptrap because I think that show would be fucking funny as hell. But that's my only gripe.
Well,
I
that's
would
a
not
fucking
have
tongue
casted.
twister.
I would not have casted Kevin Hart for Roland. That's my only gripe. But
I have to agree.
I think
I would have gone Terry.
I just honestly, I don't think there's a lot of people who want to hire Kevin Hart right now.
I mean,
He keeps on getting himself in trouble, but that's none of our business. That's
no, that's not our business.
that's rich people stuff that Vault Tech will take care of eventually.
Don't bring up the name, bro. We're going to have technical
seriously,
difficulties.
we've been
Stop
doing
it.
so good. We've been doing so good.
So I have a TLDR for you guys. If you don't know what TLDR means, it means too long,
Too
didn't
long
read.
to read.
So we have a situation going on with Helldivers 2 and Sony. And so we just did DD214, and like Jay went on this whole crazy global conglomerate rant. And that he's not wrong, because there is something really wrong happening here, okay? So here is the information here are the bullet points, all right?
All right.
Helldivers 2 has a great reputation and a massive player base. Sony makes the devs roll out an update that will require everyone playing to have a PlayStation Network account connected. Now, this was not approved by the developers of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They were completely against this because they want everyone to play their game. The only previous mention of this requirement was in a small box on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Over 60 countries do not have access to the PlayStation Network.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next thing.
Absolutely.
Some countries require a government ID to make one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like an actual identification? Yep. Like, get the fuck out of here to play a game, bro.
Yeah. These are cold, hard facts.
Yep.
You know what's fucked up? This feeds into pretty much the topic of today, like where gaming technology has gone to. Like now it's to the point where you can't even like enjoy a game the way we used to freely. Like you have to pretty much pay. They brought the arcade to our house. Yep. We still have to fucking fork up quarters. You know what I'm saying?
It's so interesting because the conversation, Fortnite is still in the conversation.
Yeah.
Free game. Rocket League, free game.
Yep.
Warzone, free game. Regardless of how you feel about them and regardless of the microtransactions, they are free games that you can play anywhere. Now, it's not the developer's fault, and this is in general, because look at what happened with Fortnite when Apple decided to take Fortnite off of iOS.
Yep.
So it continues. Next thing here is that the EULA never directly mentions a PSN account requirement. That's another big thing. PlayStation silently changes their policy in regards to PSN account requirements on PC. Now everybody knows this one. PlayStation is infamous for data breaches and spam mails.
Yes.
But I think that's safe to say that everybody else does that too.
Absolutely.
The Helldivers community manager downplays the entire situation and describes it as just a 2-minute process.
I don't like that.
My ass.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Nah. What happened to plug and play, bro? What happened to good old plug and play? Huh?
The last two points here is it is highly possible that the grace period was just to avoid mass refunds from unsupported countries.
Yeah.
And the last thing here is people run defense for Sony downplaying the situation online just as PC players seething and overreacting for no reason.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
So quick thoughts. Do PC players have a reason to bitch and moan?
Oh, absolutely.
To an extent.
To an extent.
To an extent, you elitist fucks. I don't give a shit. I'm still going to be in that fight. I
want to hear it. I want to hear it.
No, to an extent. Yes, you have some reasons to bitch, but we have many more reasons to bitch on console. Like, almost everything is made available to PC guys. It's just not our fucking fault. The fact that the servers and shit get swamped by the amount of fucking players. If that's the case, developers and the people behind the game should build more servers to satiate all these fucking players. I mean, that's usually the fucking problem with a lot of these games.
And then these big companies do, and then they pull shit like this too.
Exactly. So it's not going to get done right. Don't do it at all. This game should have not been dropped in general, or they should have fucking really ironed out all this bullshit. Because, I mean, that's what it is. It's fucking bullshit. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the fact that you literally have to pay to win on a fucking game that you already paid for.
Yeah. And on top of that, it's caused complete division and mass refunds are happening. So, I mean,
I'm going to be on that list. I'm going to be on that list of refunds.
The boycott, there's a boycott. It looks like the boycott starts on Thursday when the update goes through. But
sign me up.
Yeah, a lot of people are just going to be refunding their games.
Sign me up for that boycott.
there's. I mean, I played the game. I enjoyed it. Gio, he kind of enjoyed it. It was like he kind of enjoyed it. He just had his own gripes. But I mean, when you do shit like this to the player base, it hurts.
Yeah,
Why is this so
now
hard?
Now I've completely lost interest in the game just because of this.
And now, like, I kind of look at Bethesda too, because it's like, why is this so hard for me to play ESO crossplay with my friends?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you have the technology for me to be able to, me, a PC player, to be able with my friends who are on PlayStation? Call of Duty got the money, Bethesda's got the money, but Bethesda, why can't you do it? You made so much money off of Starfield.
Same thing with 76. 76 isn't crossplay yet for some fucking reason.
I want to know how much money Bethesda made in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
after the drop of the series, they banked.
Well, and that's
I want
the
you
thing.
to tell me why we can't have crossplay.
So, with the drop of the series, thousands of players have picked up Fallout for the first time. And it's not just 76. It's 76, it's 3, it's New Vegas, it's 4. They found player numbers immensely rise since the drop of the show.
Yeah.
So,
and I believe just recently, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Steam or somebody, but they just dropped Fallout 3.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah. No, listen.
For free.
Okay, so I'm on PlayStation. I've been a Sony player for a very long time. I have PlayStation Plus. They just dropped all of the Fallouts for PlayStation streaming. So I can go through and I can stream New Vegas today if I wanted to.
Did they put 1 and 2?
No, they don't have 1 and 2 is only on PC. 1, 2, and Tactics are only on PC.
Yeah.
They're so good to play. They're so good to play.
But they did. They put 3 out. They put 4 out. They put New Vegas out. Fallout Shelter's on there too, which I already have Fallout Shelter. I'm about to put that in and try and work my way onto that. But
yeah. All right. So what do we got today?
So we have gaming technology. So
all right. And before we go through the list, what are some personal accounts you guys have with technology and gaming? What are some that you remember using at a young age and all that?
I was born in 84, so
yeah.
A lot of us were born in the 80s, so we kind of lived through a lot of the evolution of gaming in general. You know what I mean? Like, at least household gaming. Let's be specific. Household gaming kind of came in, like, in our generation, Atari being like one of the biggest ones. That Commodore 64, like a lot of these fucking consoles that you could connect directly to your television. It was the VGA?
Yeah,
the VGA connections.
I got a few of them still here too. Yeah,
but Atari was definitely the first console or household console that I had my hands on. So it was very, I guess, revolutionary at the time. Being that young, being able to fucking plug right into a TV and then see these shapes and shit, move around the way they did, and you controlling these shapes. So it was really weird. And like living in today's age where like today's tech has reached fucking virtual reality, it's nuts. It's honestly fucking ridiculous to have seen everything go down. Like, it's insane.
Bless you. I love VR. I actually, you
play VR more than any of us.
Yeah, I think, and I have motion sickness, and I know, like, I've asked Dabs to play. I know he was concerned about the motion sickness, and I know you too. Like, there are so many fun things on VR. Like, and it's not really just playing the games. Like, I think one of the best games I've ever played. Well, the best VR game I have ever played is Hitman: World of Assassination. I mean, you could literally tie someone up into a fucking butterball and throw them off the top of a building in that game. And it's really like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I've seen streamers like Merp TV play that, and that shit it looks so fucking funny. Then the other game that I'm really intrigued and like I really want to try to get my hands on eventually is going to be Skyrim VR. Skyrim VR just looks amazing.
Okay, so I have Fallout 4 VR. I'd love for you to play that. I have never played Skyrim VR.
Ooh.
But like Fallout 4 VR is fun. I also want to throw in games like Beat Saber. Beat Saber, not really like.
Well, I remember Beat Saber being fun as fuck.
Beat Saber is so fun. They even got the Linkin Park pack. You know, get ready because they're going on tour soon.
Yay. Okay. What about you, Dabs? What was your first legitimate like experience with a console?
So before I had my own console, this was around the time when Sega first came out.
Ooh,
So
early as fuck
So-
90s.
Sega, Nintendo, like the original cartridge gaming systems came out.
The ones you have to
Yep.
to get them to work.
My first time ever playing any kind of system was my uncle had a Sega, and I played Sega at his house.
Fuck yeah.
And then
What game? What game was
Mortal
it?
Kombat.
Yo, my
check
first
out
Sega
episode-
game
check out
was
our last
Streets of
episode.
Rage.
Streets of Rage was good.
Because
Mine
at the
was
time,
Sonic. Mine was Sonic.
I played
at the
Sonic
time
too.
there was two bundles available at the time. There was the bundle that came with Sonic, and there was the other bundle that came with Streets of Rage.
Mhm.
I got the Streets of Rage one for that Christmas.
Nice.
I got two special technologies for you.
Ooh, which ones?
The gaming glove.
I don't remember
Oh my
that.
god.
I never
Oh.
used it. I
Oh
never
my
used it.
God.
But I just think that is such an amazing piece of gaming technology that's ever been made.
Dude, I mean, yeah. Before that, I mean, we could take gaming technology even further. Handheld, Tiger Games. You remember those motherfuckers?
Yeah, I do.
I love the Tiger game, the Tiger Direct, or not Tiger Direct, Tiger games. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Tiger
said
Games.
Tiger fucking Direct. Go get your PC parts for cheap at Tiger Direct. No,
Yeah, don't
yeah.
do it.
And it's funny too because you could go to GameStop right now and get some of those Tiger games as well. They have them. You could buy them.
Mhm.
Dude, Nueva Linea here on Bergen Line still has those fucking Tiger games.
can't
And they
believe that
got the
still exists.
vintage ones. Mortal Kombat, Aladdin, fucking The Lion King. Dude, they got all of them. It's insane.
Yeah. Now, what about like retro systems like the Commodore 64, and we're
What
talking
I was talking
old
about
school-
before, yeah.
the Ataris,
Yep.
the Magnavox Odyssey. We don't have any experience with these. I've played.
Well, I have experience. I have experience with Atari.
I
Yeah,
do as
I
well.
own one.
Yeah,
I owned the Atari.
no-
And one of my neighbors had the Commodore 64. So we were constantly like trading off, going to each other's houses every other day. It's like,
Mhm.
you come over, you play fucking Atari, we'll play Pong and shit.
Is
I'll go
Gio-
over.
Is
Yeah,
Gio
it was
showing his age?
Dude, my fucking beard shows my age. Are you kidding me?
What
Dude.
What were your thoughts when the world went from cartridge to disc?
I thought it was the greatest thing in the world, bro, because we already saw the transfer over from cassette to CD at that point.
Yeah.
So it was already just a matter of time before the cartridge became disc 2. And then
I
PlayStation
love that. I love
came
that
out.
you said you brought that up. Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
Sega Saturn.
Well,
The
Sega
Sega
Saturn,
Saturn
yeah.
was before the PlayStation, and the Sega Saturn actually didn't do too good.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't really do too good. You know what did great? The
The
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
And the
did.
Dreamcast did great because it introduced the world to online gaming for the first fucking time. That
Yeah,
was the
well,
console that introduced us to it. Yeah,
Hang on a second. Hang on.
do it. Do it. But yeah, man. Dreamcast was
Okay.
fucking
Yeah. No,
great.
you're right. You're right. I just
come on. I'm old, bro. I was there. I was there when they built that motherfucker.
hold up because no,
But yeah.
I say this because the PS2 came out in 2000, so I kind of got I mixed. I had the 2 years close by because I know PS2 had online implementation.
Yeah,
as well.
You
they
had to buy
implemented.
a whole separate contraption and attach it to the back of your PlayStation
Yeah.
in order to even play online. Fuck.
Did you play any? Did you
that.
play any Sega Dreamcast games online?
What, Dreamcast? No, not at all.
No.
No, not at all.
I wonder what that was like. You know, I wonder what that was like because
Yeah, I never
we
played Dreamcast online. So
Like,
I don't
all right, at that time when online was introduced to like at home consoles, I was getting into online PC gaming, where
World of
Counter
Warcraft,
Strike was a big fucking thing
Counter-Strike.
back then. We had there was an all right. There was Jedi Academy, which was
Yes.
Jedi Outcast.
Yep.
They had an online feature on that, and that fucking community was huge because people were able to take the game nodes and like customize their costumes and like, you know, really like make the game their own and shit. So it was really fucking cool. Like that part of gaming was sick too. Like I
Well,
love that era.
what about handheld gaming?
Oh, Game Boys and shit.
Game Boys,
Woo!
the Steam Deck, the Game Gear.
Well, yeah, I mean, Tiger technically was like my first. That was technically my first.
Yeah. Okay. Mobile.
Mm.
The technology that we have now in mobile games is actually quite astounding. So we went
It
from
is.
Pog, right? To Pog-like graphics eras to moving into an era where now you're playing full games like Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty on a mobile phone.
And that's also because they are implementing these remote apps where you can actually play on your phone from your system.
Yeah.
Without even having to be home.
There's that. There's that too. You know, you have the cloud services.
Yep.
All these things are changing. Now we have, you know, PCs. You know, obviously the PC has been there since the PC has come out, and obviously since the PC has come out, they were trying to figure out how to put games in it. You know, and it was pretty easy.
Remember the floppy disks, man. There were games on floppy disks.
Yep.
Doom, fucking. There was Quake. There was so many fucking games just on floppy disks. Like that era was incredible too.
Yeah.
Remember in school, they had us kind of do the same thing in, like, you know, elementary school, where you would go into your computer class, and in computer class you would put in these discs, and these discs would have Oregon Trail. They would have fucking old fucking games like that, and that was kind of like the introduction into that. Then when you got home, you were like, yo, ma, I want a fucking computer so I could play this shit here. Like, and then it built off of that. Like, it was insane. It's been a crazy evolution.
I remember the first PC game I ever played was some type of baseball game I got from a cereal box. And it was in the shape of like a baseball card, the CD. And you know, CDs were getting real innovative during that time and all that.
Dude, fuck your head up right now.
But now,
real quick.
Oh.
First PC game I ever got my hands on was in the back of one of my stepdad's carpet store. In the back of the carpet store, they had a computer in the back office. And in that back office, as soon as you turn the computer on, it was a black screen with a little green line. On that little green line, there was something you punched in, like a code with wording and a dot, whatever the fuck it was. And when you hit enter, it started up the fucking game. The first game I ever played on PC.
Oh, it was like a DOS type of ordeal.
Yeah, literally.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It wasn't a plain game, was it?
A what? No, it was not a plain game. It was actually Quake.
No shit.
That was the first PC game I ever fucking touched.
That's really cool. What about you, Devs? Have you ever dabbled into the old PC games like Solitaire, Maze,
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper. Oh, wow. Hours upon hours.
And now we're coming into the modern age of games. We have consoles. We have consoles that are mixed in with computers. We have the PlayStation 5.
Well, it was crazy the way, like, we got to this. I mean, just a little backtracking. Well, Nintendo and Sony were supposed to, you know, collide. They were supposed to actually go into business together. And Sony just decided to go their own fucking way. And Sony came out with PlayStation, and when we started the fucking console wars. Then after a while, Microsoft said, hey, you guys are making money off this shit. Microsoft said, fuck it, I want in too.
Yeah, well,
got
you also
Xbox.
have to remember too that Nintendo did not want to get into the CD space. They wanted
No,
to stick with
they
cartridges,
wanted to continue the
and
cartridge.
to this day, Nintendo still use cartridges.
Yep.
They don't use disc.
Nope.
Which is, I mean, for the Wii, that was a different story.
I have to give it to Nintendo though. Yeah, the Wii was a failure, but I have to give it to Nintendo. Nintendo did a superb fucking job
Yeah.
with what they've done. They've managed to be unique. They've managed to come out with their own franchises originally, and not really shy. Like we've never seen a Zelda
Oh no,
or
they've stood their ground.
Yeah,
Nintendo has stood their ground from development. Like, they have not veered away. They've always tried to revolutionize and push the envelope forward. And not for nothing, Sony and the rest have definitely taken a lot of fucking notes off
and
Nintendo. A lot.
they pride themselves on their original content, not other works that they're acquiring. You know, like that's another big thing. Nintendo has always been so smart.
Nintendo started off like with the originals. They didn't get into like featuring actors and anything like that into their games till way later on.
Yeah.
But they started off with originals. Super Mario was a fucking original. Fucking Legend of Zelda was a fucking original. Shit like that. Like, those things really like paved the way for original titles and shit. So
Yeah.
Nintendo really holds the fucking crown.
I mean, Nintendo came out with the best consoles. The Switch alone is
The
amazing.
64 is forever going to be my favorite.
They came out with the gaming glove. They came out with the Virtual Boy.
Dude, remember the Power Glove too? Like, they gave
That's
you
what I'm talking about.
accessories.
The
They
Power
gave you
Glove.
accessories to fuck with shit.
You know,
Oh, man.
Hang on a second. Before we get to our favorite part of the show,
Oh,
the end. No, I'm kidding. The spin the wheel. Nintendo,
wait, we forgot to
We
pause.
didn't even pause.
Oh, let's pause.
Oh, get him, Freshie. Get him.
Do your pause while I get this. While I get this list of Nintendo stuff.
Oh. Ha. Bazinga. Bazinga! Had to catch my breath for a second.
You make me sick sometimes, man.
Yeah, your fucking existence makes me puke, so shut the fuck up.
I don't think it's hot enough.
You sure?
Dude, clean your fucking bowl.
Clean your ass.
Use 420 formula. Use code BRVG for 10% off.
Also, guys, make sure to go check out the merch store. We still have the Fallout logo up in reference for the show.
It's gonna be up there for it's gonna be up there for a while.
Absolutely. We've also got some new shit in the works. We got a summer line coming out. We got a couple little things to toss down for fucking spring.
The bathing suits are actually going to be shit. The bathing suits are actually be really nice when they come out. We have a really good idea for what they're going to be.
Word life.
You know, I forgot the one invention because I have it here somewhere. I have a Game & Watch that Nintendo made. The hat and card game. They have a bunch of weird inventions. But, guys, you know what time it is.
It's time to spin the wheel.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. It's time to spin it. It could be anything. It could be anything.
Got it? Just specifically what's on the list.
I don't feel like talking about that next week. We're going to spin the wheel again.
Okay.
What are sports like? What's that?
Esports. We always get so close. We always get so close. This is terrible.
Beautiful.
This is terrible,
No.
but
We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Oh yeah, because it's time to talk shit about them. Well, no, not really. Not time to talk shit because I actually want to.
Well, we have to compare and contrast, and there's pros and cons to both.
This may be the opportunity for a guest.
Maybe.
And we know you're watching the show, so if you're able to do it and you're not afraid to talk about it, just come on, man. Come on,
Lee.
man.
Come on, Lee.
But thank you so much for coming by to episode 28 of Bong Rips and Video Games. We'll find the title for it when it comes out. So,
Yeah, man.
sayonara, adios, goodbye.